Thank you, Polly. I'm so excited that you've taken this opportunity to share with us what motherhood means to you. I know that you know. I have known you all your life.
Yes, you have.
But we'll keep this professional. I would love for you to share your special relationship that you have with Brielle and Nathan. I think you're such an awesome mom. I know that personally you know that motherhood is a gift from God. So can you just share with us a little bit about my special nephew and my special niece?
Well, again, I'm Polly Harden, and I have two children. I have a 12-year-old Nathan and Brielle, who is 7. And motherhood absolutely is a gift from God. And first of all, because it's from God, and I'm grateful that He even thought of allowing us to be mothers, women. He gave us that beautiful gift to be mothers. And I'm just grateful for that. And it's a gift because He knew exactly what we needed as a mother. He knew exactly that place in our heart that needed to be fixed. I don't know, women were created and wired so differently than men. And that's what my children do to me. They got in a spot in my heart and stayed there, and that just allowed me to grow even personally and gives me the opportunity to help them grow to everything that God called them to be. So I'm really grateful for that.
You taught them to do something that I'm doing at a 61 years old. You taught them how to pray.
Yes.
They pray for everybody.
Yes, they do.
In all circumstances, they can remain calm. How did you do that?
I just cultivated an environment in my home, in my daily walk, to just to understand their purpose and their destiny. I understand what they're called to do. Both of them are gifted spiritually. I just help them to be whatever God called them to be. Like Brielle, she's a seer. And she loves hard. She loves, and she's very passionate lover of people. And I really, truly believe she has God's heart. And Nathan, he's my prophet. And he's very governmental, and he loves excellence. He's very into excellence. And he's an athlete, and he just loves pleasing the Lord. And if they see anybody that's hurt or anything, they'll pray. And Nathan will give you a word from the Lord.
What can you share in this day and age that we live in with all the turbulence and violence? What can you share to help women and all nationalities know that motherhood is a gift from God? Why do you feel like they don't appreciate that place or know that place is probably a better way? Why they don't know that place?
Maybe because in their past they didn't experience that love, and they don't have their awareness of the Father's love. It's truly a gift because it enables you to develop and cultivate different gifts out of someone else, and if they're a part of you, it's like you're watching your DNA. Or even if the child isn't even yours, I truly believe that motherhood could be any woman. So you don't have to birth them naturally. God gave us a gift just to be mothers. We're wired to direct and to develop and to create. And they, like I said before, that special deposit of love that God gave us, it's a gift. I truly believe it's a gift to grow and to pour into other people. And that is the responsibility of motherhood.
That's a great segue. I just happen to know that you work for Moses House.
Yes, I do.
And I believe that God gifted you to have this position, to deposit in women's lives who live in tragedy every day. And I don't just mean like, guns and violence. I mean, just the issues of life are so heavy. Share with me one woman in particular, how she got where she is, because we're going to have her on the second part of this. Just give us a little insight that she was not able to give.
Wow, Sherelle. Oh my gosh, I love her. When I started working here, she was one of my first clients. So I have a deep relationship with Sherelle. And she came with various challenges. She came broken, and she didn't have a lot of support at the time. And God gave me the opportunity in the space to be her mama, her mama. And also for her to, get her babies back and to learn how to be a mother in a different way, And I don't know.
Her children were taken from her?
Her children were taken away from her. She just had her baby, and she was dealing with postpartum depression. It was a psychosis, and someone called on her, and her children got taken away just from postpartum. And she wasn't hurting them or anything. They just noticed some symptoms. And so we had to go through the process of getting her children back. So I walked that road with her, and we did some healing. And most of the process was we used the development of the butterfly, starting with the cocoon and the caterpillar, all the whole process. And we walked that through.
The metamorphosis.
Yes. So that developed her book she wrote after she got her kids back.
So she birthed God's love.
Yes.
As a result of you having that skill and the anointing to see her through that piece.
Yes. Okay. So that's here at Moses House. All we do is we develop hope to mothers and families, all kinds of challenges that mothers go through. So we teach parenting classes to develop even more of that motherhood and the parenting skills.
So as a result of all of this, something great happened for Sherelle.
Yes.
Right. So what was it?
She wrote a book.
Oh my God. She's a published author?
Yes, she is.
And you settled her down to do that?
Yes, I coached her through the whole process. I was on her hard because I really believe that all the things that she went through and had to be heard. But one thing I did, I said, bring solution to it. Not just tell that woe is me story, but bring solution out of her book.
Wow.
And the book is called All Little Butterflies. So
awesome.
I'm really excited for Sherelle
Praise
and
God.
what God is doing in her and through her family. So I look forward to you guys meeting Sherelle. She's an awesome woman, and she's tender to my heart. And I'm sure she'll be tender to your heart after you hear her interview as well.
Well, give us words of wisdom as we leave. And I want to tell you Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And I love you so much for taking the time out to do this on short notice. So give us some words of wisdom as we go out.
Wow. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. I love you. Mwah. And the advice I would just give you about just motherhood and Mother's Day is that I just feel that to say that God is so loves you and He's proud of you about your motherhood. And just love well, and even the ones that are not yours, those hearts, those that are not even your children, just love them well, because I'm sure God assigned them to you. So just be open to that, and God bless you. And again, Happy Mother's Day, and birth out those new babies, and for the young moms, not the one.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right. Bye. Good morning, Sherelle.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming and agreeing to share your story about why motherhood is important to you. And I just want you to relax and then tell us why you know that motherhood is a gift from God.
My name is Sherelle. And I believe that motherhood is a gift from God because please. That motherhood is a gift from God because it's like oh God.
It's okay. You're blessing the women who have an opportunity to see the genuineness that's in your heart.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
God has already put things back together, right? So then we're just going to learn how that happened. How about that?
Motherhood is a gift from God because it's like God giving you the honor and trust to raise these children.
How many children do you have?
Oh gosh, I have 2 boys.
How old are they?
My oldest son, he's 8, and my little boy is 2 years old. And oh when I was pregnant with my son, I swear, I just knew, I knew he was a boy. I knew he was a boy.
God told you he was a boy?
I had a dream about it.
Ah.
He looked exactly like my dream. And after I gave birth to him, nobody knows this, but in the hospital, I shouted.
It's okay. So you love your sons.
So much. They mean the world to me because when I was growing up, people didn't understand. I feel like that, you know, kids were not just to be seen and not heard. And so I knew that when I had kids that I would just always give them an opportunity to speak their mind and say what they have to say. You know, because if they could face me, the big old mom, they could face anybody.
Because you know what's right for them and how to love them and how to give them what they need, right?
Yes, and when I don't, I learn as I'm raising him. I'm learning myself what it is to be a mom and stuff.
What is the favorite thing that you love, the time that you spend with your children? What's your favorite time to be with them? You know how some people have bath time or outside playing in the playground. What's your favorite time?
My favorite time always has been watching my son dance. And dancing Michael Jackson, always dancing, and now he's starting to sing.
Oh!
And he's so good.
So you have a creative spirit then, and you're the one that can monitor and encourage and deposit the way to go.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I try to.
Well, you know, that's not really news to you because you wrote a book.
Yeah, I wrote a book after, I always knew that I wanted to write a book because my childhood was so crazy. So it was in there. But I wrote a book after they got home from being taken from CFS. And God put it on my heart to just explain how it is to live with trauma as an adult. And my book is about overcoming that, recognizing it and overcoming it, and understanding and being gentle with yourself that it's okay. You have to be patient. You're not going to know how to be a mom if you were never taught. You're not going to know how to be a woman if you were never taught. And the process is slow, but you have to be gentle with yourself. I wrote the book and I'm very excited about it. It helps so many people.
So as a result of your child being taken away, it inspired you to write this book. You don't have to go into detail if you're not feeling that, but you experienced not having them in your life because of some trauma. Did you think you would not get them back?
Oh yes, I thought, oh God, yes, I would pray every day, God, please, I hope I get them, please give them to me. And I would say that so much. And I told myself, because I went into, after I had my second son, I had postpartum depression and psychosis. And they ended up getting taken away from me. The children's father had called CPS and had him taken from me. And my baby was just barely born. And so I said to God, I was like, you know, I really don't know exactly why my kids were taken from me, because to me it's unfair, because they weren't harmed. By the grace, they were not harmed. And so I said, you know the kind of parent that I am behind closed doors, you know. So I'm going to do what they asked me to do. And at the end of this, if you give my kids back, that's what I'll do.
He honored you. Because God said He gives you the desires of your heart. And that was the heart of a mother. That's the heart of a mother.
Yeah. Having that experience, like nothing else, taught me how to tunnel vision for something you want. And so the CPS workers and even people who knew me would say, oh, you must have beat him. Oh, you must be were you on drugs? And they ridiculed me. The CPS worker told me that she felt like she was my kid's mom. And that stuff hurt. But my goal was to get my kids back. And so I didn't listen to none of that. At night, yeah, I would cry. Sometimes in the day I would cry. But I just said, I knew my eyes was on the prize, so it's like all that stuff didn't matter. Like, it was just falling on deaf ears. Like, that's it. They said it, and it hurt, and I'll talk to this person about that. But it never stopped me from going to one class they told me to go to one meeting they told me to go to one phone call I chose to make day after day. They saw a lot of me in the office.
What's the name of your book?
The name of my book is called All Little Butterflies.
Oh, Metamorphosis.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's what you did.
Yeah.
You metamorphosed.
Yes.
Well, if you could just share one thing with our audience today, is encourage them to seek completing something so challenging that you did. Encourage them that God hears you and that He blessed you as a result of you being obedient.
Well, God gave me a word many years ago, because before I had my second son, I had a miscarriage, and I was so sad, and I was so distraught, and I said, God, please just breathe life back into my baby. You know, I know you can, so do it. If not, just give me a dream, something to let me know that this is going to be all right. So I went to sleep, and I had a dream. I had a dream about exactly how I would lose the baby. This was before the baby even was lost. And before I woke up, I looked over and I seen an angel in my room. And the angel was whispering in my ear. The angel said, do not let your trials be your tribulations. And so I drifted off to sleep. That's how I knew it was good, because, you know, I would have been scared if it wasn't good. And so when I woke up, right before I woke up, a word was spoken to me. And I believe God said, your baby's with the angel Michael. A couple of weeks after that, I had the miscarriage, and I sat in the hospital, and I said, okay, what does these words mean? Don't let your trials be your tribulations. And so I looked it up, and tribulations mean the emotions, the mental anguish, the pain, the hurt, whatever you attach to what you go through. And the trials are the things you go through. So you don't have to let the emotions even take place in the trials. The trials are the trials, and they're meant to be there. So at the end of it, it will be a blessing. It will be a lesson. Either way, it's a blessing and a lesson. And we just push and just keep pushing. And you will make it as long as you keep pushing. Just don't let that stuff people say. Don't let what you think that they feel. Don't let any of that stop you. Just keep pushing, just like you push the babies out.
Awesome. Sherelle, happy Mother's Day.
Camera.
I did. I got a hug too. Thank you.